Hello, in this video we are going to be talking about the lucid dreams, and I'm going to share with you my experience of having hundreds of the lucid dreams, what I was doing in them, and so on. In this video I am not going to share with you how you can have more lucid dreams or some kind of technique to increase number of lucid dreams, because I don't do any technique. I just casually, randomly have a lucid dream maybe 2-3 times in a month, which is maybe 30 times in a year, and so on. I have seen some videos with some techniques. One of them, for example, is that people count their fingers in a real life, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they try to create this kind of a habit in their mind. So then if they are in a dream, they can, start to count their fingers and realize that they are in a lucid dream or something. But I don't do any of this technique. I am not trying to have more lucid dreams. I am not trying to have less lucid dreams. I just have them, and that's it. A few things that I will share with you. One of them is that I was flying a lot in a lucid dreams. Sometimes I was able to fly without issue, sometimes not. Then I am going to share with you what happened to me when I was telling to people in my lucid dreams that we are just dreaming. And I will share with you if I was able to change what was happening in my lucid dream, or I didn't have any control at all. So yeah. I am not an expert about lucid dreams. I do not research about lucid dreams or anything. As I said, I just have them, and that's it. So the first thing that I do mostly in my lucid dreams is I am flying. Because I am in a dream. Somehow I realize that I am dreaming, and then all I do is I use my hands as wings and I fly. Funny thing about this is that sometimes I am able to fly without any issue, and I am just flying around, or I have some destination where I want to go, and so on. And sometimes I am not able to fly at all. And this is something that I don't understand. I have no idea why sometimes if I try to fly, I am just flying like a bird and yeah, and sometimes I cannot. One thing that I was using this flying sometimes is to verify if I am really dreaming, because it happened to me in many lucid dreams, not in all of them, but in many of them, that I was not 100% sure that I am dreaming, I was like, okay, I am 95 to 99% sure that I am dreaming. This is just a dream and nothing more. But I am not 100% sure for some reason, I don't know. And if this is actually not a dream, but it's a reality, I do not want to do something stupid. I do not want to kill myself, or I do not want to injure myself or something. As I said, sometimes I was 100%, I just knew that I am lucid dreaming and that's it. But many times I was this 90-something% convinced, and I was not really sure. And many times in these dreams, when I was not really sure, I was trying to fly, and I was like, if I can fly, surely it is a dream. If I can't, well, then I don't know. And sometimes I was able to fly, and I was like, okay, it is a dream. Sometimes I couldn't fly, and I couldn't verify if I am dreaming. And sometimes it happened to me that I couldn't fly, but I stayed in the air for maybe 5 seconds, and I was like, okay, I cannot fly, but I usually don't stay in 5 seconds in the air when I jump. So yeah, this is something that I love to do. One day, but it was not that long ago, I decided that next time when I am going to have a lucid dream, I am going to try to fly out of the earth, and I am going to try to fly to the moon or to the Mars or to some exoplanet, because I knew that in a dream, if I am going to think that the distance to the exoplanet is not that long, I should be able to get there or something. So yeah, it is something that in a real life, I told myself that next time I will try. So I tried to fly out of the earth one day when I had a lucid dream, but I failed. I failed for a couple of reasons. One of them is that I had a lot of stuff to do down here. When you are lucid dreaming, you can do things and so on. But anyway, I tried to fly, but I was only in the clouds and I couldn't get out of the earth, the universe. But it also felt kind of lonely because I felt like I am alone going and, leaving the earth and so on. And the next thing, what happened to me in the dream was that I started to be afraid that if I am going to, go too away from my body, I was thinking right now, this is my soul, and if my soul is going to go too away from the body, I may not wake up. So yeah, I failed. I didn't try it later on, and yeah. One thing that I could possibly maybe do to increase my lucid dreams, if I would like to, would be maybe in a real life trying to fly, just to develop a habit in my mind of trying to fly, and then maybe in a dreams, like not lucid dreams, I would be trying to fly, and it may convert more my dreams to the lucid ones. But as I said, I am not trying to have more lucid dreams. I don't mind. So the next thing is what is going to happen if you are going to tell a people in a dream, in a lucid dream, that this is just a dream. I have seen one video, only one video, I didn't research this, one video about this topic, telling people in a lucid dream that it is just a dream. And the guy said that many times these people, they get angry. And also in the comment section, people were describing the similar thing. But to me, this happened only once. Only once I was talking with the husband of my sister. I don't know these names, like nephew and so on in English. So yeah, husband of my sister. And I told him that this is just a dream. And he got angry and aggressive towards me. But I had a non-lucid dream with him. And he also got sometimes aggressive towards me. So this may be nothing to do with the lucid dream. Many times when I told people that we are just dreaming, they didn't mind it much, For example, I was with my friend and I told him this is just a dream, we are dreaming. And he was like, he didn't say anything. He basically ignored me and continued doing what he was doing and so on. And this happened to me a couple of times, that I told people that we are just dreaming, and they basically ignored me and they continue talking with me or something. Once it happened to me that I was in a room with maybe 10 to 12 people. I didn't know those people. And I told them, like loudly to all of them, that we are just dreaming, that this is just a dream. And you know what happened? One by one, pop, 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 they disappeared. Like, I told that we are dreaming and they started to disappear until all of them disappeared. And then my dream, like I lost the image of the dream. I was still dreaming, but I was like in some kind of darkness, and it felt like I am dying, So, you have a dream, you have a picture and so on, you have some room, and then like everything went away and I was in some kind of darkness and feeling that I am dying. Okay? One time, what happened to me is that I was talking. This was maybe like something little bit different, but I tried to talk to people. I am not really sure if I wanted to tell them that we are dreaming or not, but I was trying to talk to people and all of them ignored me. I was in a lucid dream. I wanted to talk to people. This is something that I do very, very often. We will get to that. But yeah. But one day I was lucid dreaming and I came to the person and I tried to talk and he or she ignored me. And I went to the next person and ignored me and ignored me and ignored me. And I was like, what's going on? In a real life, at that time, I was kind of depressed. I was kind of, disappointed, depressed, frustrated because I have many projects that I do, many things, and it seemed that nothing is going as I would like to go in my life, no matter how much I try. Like this YouTube, another YouTube, I had one more, I am coding and things. I do not want to go there, but basically in real life I was sad, angry, depressed or something. And and I had a lucid dream. And as I said, everyone was ignoring me. And then one person told me that they are ignoring you because you are sad. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. And this is something that in a real life also, when, for example, I go out with my dog and I meet strangers or I meet people that I only casually have small talks with, when I am in a, bad mood, depressed or something, many times they don't even tell me hello or something or just hello and nothing. And when I am in a better mood and so on, more people talk to me and so on. So it may be, this some kind of energy that we vibrates or something. But it was really, really interesting that, they completely ignored me. And then something told me that it is because you are sad. So yeah. The next thing is, can I change the environment in which I am? And the answer mostly is almost no. I have seen in the past, randomly some video about some people who were lucid dreaming, and those people were saying that they were able to build things, build cities or anything, I don't know, in their lucid dream, and that they had like this full control of the environment and so on. But for me, this was almost never the case. Many times I was just in a lucid dream and I was somewhere in some room, outside or anywhere, and it felt like I have no control what I am seeing, As one example is that I was in some kind of shop or somewhere I was inside, and there were a door like outside, and I didn't see what is behind the door. And I was really like interested in what am I going to see when I open this door and I go outside. I was like, I have no idea what is going to be behind this door. And I opened the door and I was in some park. I was in the nature. It was like a park in the city, so there were some buildings around. But before I opened the door, I was like, I had no idea. And what I saw surprised me because it was like, I couldn't imagine consciously that I am going to see this kind of nature, this kind of trees, and so on. So many times I am not really able to change my environment. One thing which is interesting in lucid dreams, not in all of them, but only once I had a virtual reality. I was somewhere and there were like virtual reality and with some games and so on. And when I had the virtual reality, it felt real, but you can see that it is not the real. You can see these little like, not pixels, but it's like, it seems like 97% of like reality, but you can still see a little bit that it's not. At least the one that I had, you know, it's like not 100 fully convincing that you are in a real place. There was something missing a little bit. And in many of my lucid dreams, when I was somewhere, it reminded me a lot of this virtual reality. Like it was, it wasn't 100% as the reality is, but it was a little bit pixelated or something. Okay, few examples where I was able to change few things in my lucid dreams, but I was unable to change the whole thing. Once, for some reason, I have no idea, I was somewhere and I wanted to lift rocks, and it was like big rocks, like 2 meters or 2 yards, like really big rocks, and they were extremely heavy. And I told myself that if I am going to believe that they are light, I am going to be able to lift them easily. And I lifted them very easy. Another thing that I was doing in lucid dreams a lot is talking to people, but especially talking to girls, you know, flirting and, you know, trying to, you know, overcome this kind of shyness of, you know, speaking with the strangers and so on. So many times in my lucid dreams, I would be like talking to girls, talking also to guys, but mostly to the girls, and I was just going from one person to another and so on. And once I was dreaming and I was somewhere alone, and for some reason, I'm not going to explain why and so on, but I gave an order to the universe, like, give me here some girls. You know? It was because one of my friends, I saw him calling with someone, and he told his friend, like, call me immediately, or something like that. And so I used something like that in my lucid dream. I gave an order to the universe, like, give me here some girls. And I turned, and there were 3 girls walking. So yeah. Now I will share with you something really interesting that I tried to do, and I also did in my lucid dream. So first time that I tried this was maybe 15 years ago or something. I was in my parents' home. I was going to the high school or something, and I woke up at 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. and I had maybe, 15 minutes or something, and I fall asleep again. And I got the lucid dream, and in the lucid dream, I appeared in the same house, in my parents' house, as in which I was sleeping. So I was sleeping, I was in my room, it was upstairs, and in my lucid dream, I appeared in the kitchen downstairs. And I realized that it is a dream, and I realized that, wait a minute, I am in the kitchen, I am dreaming, but right now I am sleeping in my bed. And I found it like a great idea to go to my room and like whether I am going to see myself sleeping in my room or not. I was like, okay. So I was going upstairs and I was really excited because it was like this positive stress, like what am I going to see and so on. But probably I was too excited, so I woke up few meters before I reached my room, so I didn't find out. But 10 years or 12 years or I don't know later, one more time, different house, one more time I had a lucid dream that I was in the house that I was sleeping in, and I one more time went to see my room if I am going to see myself or not, and I managed to get to my room and my bed was empty, but there was something moving there a little bit. Like you have these, I don't know, pillows and things that you use to cover yourself. I don't know how to call them in English, but you have these things on your bed, and I wasn't there. I didn't see a body, but there was something moving a little bit below the pillow or below these sheets, or I don't know how to call them. But yeah, I didn't find myself sleeping in my room when I went there. So yeah. One little thing also that I try to do in many of my lucid dreams is I try not to wake up, because for years I have like issues with insomnia and with sleep. I have this after quitting THC, and I have this years after quitting THC, but that's for another video. But I have really big issues with insomnia, and many times when I am in a lucid dream, I am like, I need to do whatever to stay here, because right now I am sleeping and I need to sleep, so I try not to wake up, In reality, probably when I am lucid dreaming, and I am conscious about the thing that I am dreaming, my dreams are probably light and so on. But anyway, many times I am in a dream, lucid dream, and there is something pulling me to wake up, I am somehow losing the image of the place in which I am, but sometimes I try to force somehow not to wake up, and sometimes it works, sometimes it not, but yeah. Probably I forget many things that I wanted to share with you, but basically this is, like a little not recapitulation, but a little overview of my lucid dreams, what I do, flying, talking to people, and so yeah. You can write me down in the comments, your experiences with lucid dreams, if you have this kind of similar, or you have something completely else, and yeah. I am going to create one more different video where I am going to be talking about my experience with sleep paralysis. I have a lot of experience with sleep paralysis, but luckily not that many as lucid dreams, because lucid dreams, they are fun, sleep paralysis not. So I may had maybe, but my guess may be really wrong, 150 to 250, maybe 300, maybe, I don't know, lucid dreams. And sleep paralysis I had maybe 30 times, 40, I don't know. So yeah. But yeah, this is it for this video. I would be really interested in, knowing your story, because as I said, I don't research that much lucid dreams, and it would be great to read some other perspective, but yeah. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that this was at least in some way useful or interesting to anyone, but yeah. Thank you. Enjoy your day, and goodbye.